involved have been interdicted or subjected to disciplinary or criminal proceedings. And Mr. Speaker, we would also wish to know the measures the Ministry of Interior and the National Police Service are implementing to prevent police brutality and ensure accountability, particularly in handling civilians during law enforcement operations. And Mr. Speaker, two specific elements of this, if you allow me, is in this sitting, we want to be very clear on who in the eye of the minister or the CS, who in the eye of the IG are the suspects in this matter, so that in an issue of murder that has ensued, we've seen when our colleague died here, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ngondo Were, may his soul rest in peace. Mr. Speaker, the people who were termed as suspects were put in custody, and then even if investigation were going on, they did statements while in custody. Why is this different? That's a question that must be answered. And then the last one, Mr. Speaker, the IG of police informed the nation that the young man who has died, Albert, hit his head on the wall, which therefore suggested that he killed himself. It is important for this House to know and the country to know from him, where did he get this information? And now that the autopsy has been conducted that says the contrary, what has the minister done in terms of taking responsibility on those two accounts? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS, you may now proceed. If there's some aspects that you need your team to also take to the stand, you may allow them. You may proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am here today pursuant to your invitation to appear before this House to address this very serious matter of the death of Mr. Albert Ojwang. Mr. Speaker, the tragic death of Mr. Albert Ojwang while in police custody has deeply pained the conscience of our nation. Parents have lost their only child, and I acknowledge this not as an isolated issue, because one life lost, Mr. Speaker, is under such circumstances like Ojwang is a life too many. Mr. Speaker, I am, as a parent, as a citizen of this republic, and as the person with the responsibility of presiding over this important ministry of government, Mr. Speaker, it is regrettable that such an act happened in our nation, particularly in the hands of the police officers. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to send my personal condolences to the family of Mr. Albert Ojwang, to his father, to his mother, to the wife, to the only child, Mr. Speaker, and the entire family, and to promise them that, Mr. Speaker, as a government official, I will cooperate, I will put every effort within my ministry to ensure that justice is served to this family, and, Mr. Speaker, that those who were involved in this action, Mr. Speaker, will be punished severely so that it becomes an example that, Mr. Speaker, such an act should not happen within a police custody. Mr. Speaker, I know this is not an isolated issue. The issue of police brutality has been part of our national discourse for far too long. Mr. Speaker, yesterday there was no mechanism for holding police officers accountable. But, Mr. Speaker, a few years ago, with the enactment of the new constitution and the establishment of institutions of accountability, Mr. Speaker, we now have a mechanism of holding police officers into account. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, courtesy of that legal framework and the people of Kenya under their constitution, Mr. Speaker, a number of police officers who have performed, who, Mr. Speaker, have committed such heinous acts have been held into account. And, Mr. Speaker, we all remember that in 2013, There was the case, Mr. Speaker, of Mr. Martin Kome, who was killed in the same manner, like Mr. Albert Ojwang. And Mr. Speaker, it was brought, the suspect was brought to justice because of this process of accountability. We know that there is a process of accountability on the case of Baby Pendo. We also know, Mr. Speaker, that the murder of my friend Wakili Kimani in 2016, again, those who performed that act were brought to justice, Mr. Speaker. I want to promise the family of Mr. Albert Ojwang, the people of Kenya, and this august House, that, Mr. Speaker, every effort will be put, Mr. Speaker, every resource that is required, where the ministry is required to provide resources, Mr. Speaker, for these investigations, and any support the investigators will require, we will do our best to make sure that, Mr. Speaker, justice is served to this family. Mr. Speaker, I want to bring to the attention of this House of Article 245 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, the 245(4) of the Constitution is very clear, Mr. Speaker, that the Cabinet Secretary responsible for police service, which in this situation is myself, Mr. Speaker, may lawfully give direction to the Inspector General with respect to any matter of policy for the National Police Service. Mr. Speaker, as a result of this provision, we have enough legal framework, we have policy framework, Mr. Speaker, that as the police service are under proper guidance, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that this issue of police brutality is dealt with. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to read the proviso, Mr. Speaker, to that very important provision, that Mr. Speaker, in respect, but no person, including the CS, may give direction to the Inspector General with respect to investigation of any particular offense or offenses. Mr. Speaker, the enforcement of the law against any particular person or persons. And 3, Mr. Speaker, the employment, assignment, promotion, suspension, of dismissal of any member of National Police Service. Mr. Speaker, we all know that because of our robust constitutional order, the independence of institutions is an extremely important value in our Constitution. And as a result, Mr. Speaker, to insulate the National Police Service from interference from the executive, even the President, Mr. Speaker, is barred from giving directions to Inspector General of Police in regard to any investigations that are going on in a particular matter. So my position, Mr. Speaker, is confined in law to the place where I give either policy directions that must be put in writing under Article 245 of the Constitution, and, Mr. Speaker, also to provide support, financial support, Mr. Speaker, and other resources that the Parliament, Mr. Speaker, has also the responsibility to provide these resources through the relevant institutions. So I sympathize with the position of Honorable Eddie. Mr. Speaker, I agree with him that something has to be done. But, Mr. Speaker, he has asked a very pertinent question as to who is the culpable person through my eyes. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, the Constitution did not give me the eyes to see who is culpable. Those eyes have been given to the investigatory authorities under 245 of the Constitution, and that is why you rightly invited me, but also invited the independent institutions, Mr. Speaker. I am confident, and this is the promise I give to the people of Kenya, that we will do everything within the ministry to ensure that there is no interference, there is no shielding of any individual, there is no cover-up, Mr. Speaker, from the part of the executive, and that, Mr. Speaker, that the Inspector General of the Police and the Independent Police Oversight Authority, which again, Mr. Speaker, in Article Section 4 of the IPOA Act, have been given independence, Mr. Speaker, in all matters of investigation regarding matters related to police brutality and police Mr. Speaker, crimes committed by police officers. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, should questions arise that touch on policy issues, that touch on the ministry's policy contribution, Mr. Speaker, I am more than happy to respond. But I am glad to note that, Mr. Speaker, we have with us the Inspector General of Police, who exercises that independent authority, Mr. Speaker. We have here with the IPOA, and, Mr. Speaker, we have agreed, Mr. Speaker, that the Inspector General of Police is going to therefore delve into the matter itself of what really happened so that this House can get the proper information. And then as a Cabinet Secretary, I will continue with my oversight responsibilities from the ministry side, with policy directions, and to respond to this House on those issues that are policy in nature. Mr. Speaker, with your permission, therefore, I would like to invite the Inspector General of Police to first give us really an account of what really happened. And Mr. Speaker, let it be known, not just to this House, but to the country, that in the same manner that this House is demanding accountability, is the same manner I demand accountability from the Inspector General of Police, not to myself, but to the people of Kenya through this office, because this is the office of the CS that in most cases comes to this House and many forums to respond to the issues that are happening in the Inspector General's office. The same way many of you received the news of the death of Mr. Albert Ojwang is the same way I received with a lot of pain, Mr. Speaker. And I would never want this issue to continue because I sat, Mr. Speaker, where Senator Cheruiyot, Majority Leader, sits. And I sat behind there, Mr. Speaker, where Senator Chuto sits in the last parliament. And, Mr. Speaker, there were cases of police brutality, including of arresting our colleagues in this House. My name and my report is on the record of this House, in the hands of this House, really advocating for good behavior among the police officers. And I think, Mr. Speaker, even as we push it from the executive, I expect the same support from this House as we push all
Order,
the police
honorable senators.
Mr.
May
Speaker,
the CS be heard in silence. Conclude, honorable CS.
This accountability, Mr. Speaker, is not negotiable. It is not debatable. Mr. Speaker, we expect every national police officer who was involved in this matter to be brought to justice expeditiously. Mr. Speaker, may I now invite the IG to make a statement.
Senators will have an opportunity to speak. Allow Senator Sifuna, you cannot tell me no. You are trading on very dangerous ground, Senator Sifuna. Allow the IG, all the senators will have an opportunity to speak. Allow the IG to take to the floor. IG, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm here before this House courtesy of the invite that was done yesterday to address the...
Honorable senators, the minority leader and the majority leader approach the chair. Senator Sifuna, do not approach the chair. Minority leader and the majority leader to approach the chair. Order, honorable senators, please let us take our seats. Let's take our seats, honorable senators. Senator Boni, Senator Boni and Senator Fernandi. Okay, honorable senators, we can now proceed. So, honorable senators, we had the IG on his feet before we started the consultations. I'm happy the consultations are now over. The IG, you may now take the stand. Now, honorable senators, you will have an opportunity to ask questions to all these. So, IG, you may proceed, please. Senator Boni, just approach the chair. Order, honorable senators. Order, honorable senators. Order, honorable senators. Now, honorable senators, this matter has affected everybody. It did not affect just a single senator. It has affected everybody. Everybody is in pain. So let us not try to show the world that it is only an individual in this chamber that is in pain. Honorable Senators, the CS has made his opening statement. He'll be open to interrogation by honorable senators. Now, we may elect to pursue this matter in these two options. Having given his statement, his opening statement, we interrogate him and dispense with him. Senator Sifuna. Senator Sifuna. Honorable Senators, we are not here for TikTok bites. We are here on a very serious matter. Okay? Give Senator Wambua the microphone, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with the greatest humility to all my colleagues, I plead with us, please, let us do this process with the greatest humility. Let's just do this for Albert and for Kenyans who are watching. Let's just do this. Please, I plead with us. I thank you, Speaker.
Now, honorable senators, if you look at the motion that we've just passed, it indicated that we are suspending the sittings for not more than 2 hours. We have already consumed more than 1 hour. It is your motion that you've passed, and therefore whatever is remaining must be transacted within the remaining minutes that we have. We can decide to make full, good utilization of the few minutes remaining, or we can go back to where we've just been a few minutes ago. IG, you may proceed to take the stand.
Mr. Speaker, sir, once again, thank you very much. As I said from the beginning, I'm here courtesy of the invite to this House so that I can be able to address on these grave matters that have actually captured the attention of our country. The National Police Service deeply regrets the unfortunate events that resulted in the death of Mr. Albert Ojwang while in police custody. The service extends its sincere condolences to the family and loved ones of the deceased during this difficult time. In line with our commitment to accountability and transparency, the service pledges full cooperation and support to the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, as they undertake a thorough and independent investigation into the matter. In view of the above, the service wishes to provide the following chronology of events leading to the arrest of Mr. Albert Ojwang. The summary of incidents. On 4th June 2025, the Director of Criminal Investigations, DCI, received a formal complaint from Mr. Eliud Langat, the Deputy Inspector General in charge of the Kenya Police Service. The complaint alleged that false and malicious information had been published against him in the X, that is formerly Twitter, social media platform. The posts claimed he was involved in corruption within the National Police Service. Specifically, the published information alleged that Mr. Eliud Langat had strategically placed his most trusted officers in charge of Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, in DCI desks, occurrence book, that is the OB, desks and traffic chiefs in order to control both revenue streams and intelligence flow. Additionally, another post depicted him alongside Mr. Joseph Chirchir, who is a senior officer stationed in Nairobi Area Command, under the caption, EACC investigating top cop after purchase of $2.6 million home in Dubai, accompanied by the DIG's photograph under the phrase, Eliud Langat Mafia Police. These claims were found to be defamatory and unsubstantiated and of significant public concern, thereby necessitating immediate investigations under the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act number 5 of 2018. The Director DCI immediately assigned the case to the cybercrime investigation officers, composed of Corporal Abdurrahman Hussein, Police Constable Dennis Kanyoni, Police Constable Samuel Kamau, and the Police Constable Milton Mwansi. The same day, Mr. Hilary Mutai, Senior Superintendent of Police, who is the officer in charge Serious Crimes Unit, domiciled at the DCI, and the Police Constable Milton Mwansi visited Vigilance House, that is the police headquarters, to record the complainant's statement. To verify the claims, the investigating team wrote a letter to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the EACC, to confirm whether Mr. Eliud Langat was under any investigation. Similarly, a request was made to the Communications Authority of Kenya, CAK, in writing to provide registrations, details, and preserve posts associated with the X account handle at Pixel Pioneerai, account name Pixel Pioneer. On 4th June 2025, CAK responded confirming that the handle was active and had 13,400 followers. On 5th June 2025, the EACC responded in writing confirming that Mr. Eliud Langat was not under investigation by the Commission. On the same day, the investigating team requested additional information from the CAK regarding another X account handle at Kevin Muicheles, account name Kevin Muicheles. The CAK responded with the registered details at the relevant posts of the account. Following the evidence analysis, the investigating team concluded that, number one, the EACC had not initiated any investigations against Mr. Eliud Langat, contrary to the social media claims. Number two, CAK reports linked the post directly to the identified suspects. Number three, there existed a prima facie case warranting the arrest of the individuals responsible for the false publication, contrary to Section 22, subsection 1 of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act number 5 of 2018. On 5th June 2025, the investigating team traveled to Kisii County and reported to Kenyanya Police Station and booked themselves at OB number 23/05/06/2025 at 12:55 hours. They were assisted by Police Constable Fannis, who was nominated by the Sub-County Criminal Investigations Officer to accompany the team. They arrested Kevin Moide at his homestead. He was booked at Kenyanya Police Station, file OB number 25/05/06 of 2025, and later transferred to DCI headquarters, file occurrence book number 25/05/06 of 2025. At DCI headquarters, Kevin Moide provided a statement and disclosed the involvement of 4 other individuals, one being Albert Ojwang, now the deceased, Dorcas Mawia, Douglas Maligiri, and Peter Bogwa. He also chaired their respective X-account handles. The team's analysis of Albert Ochieng's X-account revealed that he had posted similar defamatory content, and consequently, on 7th June 2025, the investigation team traveled to Homa Bay County and reported to Mawego Police Station. They were provided with 3 officers from the station by the officer commanding the station, the local OCS, to accompany them, and subsequently, Albert Ojwang was arrested at the booked file OB number 09/07/06/2025. His departure for Nairobi was recorded by the OB number 11/07/06/2025 in the same police station. The team made a stop at Narok Town for refreshments, during which the suspect requested water, a bottle of soda, and a biscuit. They arrived at Central Police Station in Nairobi at approximately 21:17 hours. At 21:24 hours, Mr. Albert Ojwang contacted his wife via mobile number 0758 08 1612 to inform her of his safe arrival. Chief Inspector Taram, the officer commanding station, that is Central Police Station, was contacted via mobile number 0722 919 880 and authorized the booking. At PC Mohammed Rashid, Hero Abdullahi booked the suspect into the cells after confirming his normal physical and mental state by the OB number 136/07/6/2025 at 21:35 hours. In the early morning of 8th June 2025, it was reported by the officers manning the report office desk at Central Police Station, Nairobi, that they found Mr. Albert Ojwang unconscious at the cells during a routine visit. He was rushed to Bagathi Hostel, booked by the OB number 09/08/06/2025 at 01:39 hours. Unfortunately, he was declared dead upon arrival. In light of the death in custody, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, was notified immediately to conduct a thorough, independent investigation. Additionally, to safeguard the integrity of the process and ensure full accountability, the following actions were undertaken by the Inspector General. Number one, the interdiction of the officer commanding Central Police Station, interdiction of the duty officer on duty in the night of the incident, the interdiction of the cell sentry on duty during the time, the interdiction of all the officers who are on duty at the report office that night, ongoing review to identify and interdict any additional officers involved at the time. On 10th June 2025, a post-mortem examination of the late Mr. Albert Ojwang was conducted at the Nairobi funeral home. The autopsy was carried out by the following team of pathologists. Number one is Dr. Media, representing the government, Dr. Joroga, representing the government, Dr. Odul, serving as an overseer on behalf of the family, Dr. Motuma, representing the family, Dr. Degwa, representing the Independent Medical Legal Unit. Following the examination of the body, they unanimously concluded that the cause of death was blunt force trauma, as evidenced by the following findings. Number one, head injuries, including internal bleeding into the head, features of the neck pressure, suggestive of compression or strangulation, multiple superficial injuries on the upper lips, lower lips, and trunk. The postmortem was witnessed and documented by the officers from the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, the homicide team from the DCI, and the DCI forensic experts. Investigations into the matter remains ongoing under the direction of IPOA. The National Police Service remains committed to transparency, accountability, and the protection of human rights. All relevant information and the support are being provided to IPOA to ensure an impartial investigations. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. That is the information that I wish to provide to this House. Thank you.
Thank you, IG. Honorable Senators, you've heard from the CS in charge of Interior and National Administration. We've also heard the IG giving an account of how this young man met his death. Now, at this juncture, I will allow intervention from honorable senators. Now, we need to agree on how we are moving forward, because on my dashboard, I have all of you on my dashboard. Yes, sir.
Chair, I'm requesting if IPOA they can give us what is the position so far, or what they have done.
Well, so honorable senators, because this is your house. I'm here to make sure you conduct the business in an orderly manner, but this is your house. During the unfortunate incident that we've just witnessed, there was a school of thought that you'd wish to hear one witness, cross-examine that witness, dispense with that witness. Then there was another school of thought that in the interest of time, we hear all the parties that have been summoned to the Senate. And then thereafter, we allow honorable senators to shoot questions. Because I may not have a question to the honorable CS, but my question may be directed to IPOA, for example. So we may agree to hear all the parties that are before us. And then if you take to the floor, you direct the question to the party that you feel your question will adequately be addressed. Could we have IPOA on the stand?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Now, IPOA, just to indicate that keep it brief.
Okay.
We are here on a limited time.
Okay.
So keep it brief so that the other parties have an opportunity to speak, and also we give ample time to the honorable senators to interact with your statement. Proceed. Yes, Senator Vero.
Me the mic. Honorable Speaker, I just need a clarification from you, Chair, whether it's possible to extend by 1 hour because we might not finish within the 30 minutes. Is it possible? Because the questions might not find time. The Speaker has discretion and...
Standing orders, I have that power, Honorable
thank you.
Senators.
Thank
If
you.
you read Standing Order 38,
Yes,
I have that power.
thank you.
But I can only exercise that power if the time that we have,
Yes,
I see it being utilized for the purpose that has brought us here.
most obliged. Thank you, Speaker.
If that is proven to me, I will have no problem extending.
Thank you. Thank
I
you,
will
Honorable
never
Speaker.
extend even a minute for us to argue or to fight.
Okay.
I will extend, even if it's 1 hour, 2 hours, for us to dig deep in this matter, not
Thank
for
you,
side
Honorable
shows.
Speaker.
Side shows, I will not give them even a minute. Proceed, IPOA.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and this honorable house. As I said, my name is Anne Wanjiku. I'm standing in for my chair, who is away on official duty. So I also wish to relay our condolence as the authority to the family of Mr. Ojwang. It was very unfortunate to lose such a young man, a professional with a very young family. So, Honorable Speaker, we have been mandated as IPOA to oversight police on issues of crime, criminal offenses, and the recent judgment by Mugambi J emphasized that IPOA has the sole mandate to investigate police on criminal matters. On regard to this case, Mr. Speaker, I'll give a brief of the facts that we have. From start, the DCI received a complaint from the DIG, Kenya Police, Mr. Eliud Lagat, through a letter referenced DIG KPS SCC POL Volume 2, 72, dated 4th June, where he alleged that he suffered continuous false and malicious publications on X account, formerly Twitter, with the username Pixel Pioneer, and requested investigations with a view to establish the person and motive behind it. On the same day, on 4th June 2025, the complainant was referred to Serious Crime Unit based at DCI headquarters for investigations. Through forensic analysis, they were able to identify the link used by the blogger and the person linked to the account as one Kelvin Moinde. On 5th June 2025, Kevin Moinde was arrested by DCI officers from the Serious Crime Unit at Gituki area, Bomachage, Borabu, and later escorted to Nairobi. He was placed in custody at Kamkunji Police Station, Nairobi. On interrogating the suspect, the officers established that one Albert Omondi Ojwang, herein referred to as the deceased, a resident of Leader Center within Homa Bay County, was a person of interest and therefore planned to arrest him. On 7th of June 2025, at around 8 a.m., team comprising of Sergeant Sigei, Sergeant Wesley Kipkorir Kirui, PC Dennis Kenyoni, PC Milton Mwanze, and PC Boniface Rabudo went to Leader Center in Homa Bay County and arrested the deceased at around 2:30 p.m. and took him to Mawego police station, and a letter in custody via OB 10/7/6 of 2025. At around 3:54 p.m., the deceased was booked out via OB number 11/7/6 of 2025 and escorted to Nairobi, where he was booked at Central Police Station via OB number 136/7/6 of 2025 at 9:31 p.m. On 8th June 2025, according to the police signal, the deceased was rushed to Bagathi Hospital by police officers from Central Police Station, where he was declared dead and later taken to City Funeral Home. The authority learned of the death of Albert Ojwang in police custody on 8th June from the media, as well as through the police signal sent to the authority by the IG, and immediately commenced investigation. We have achieved the following tasks, Honorable Speaker. The scene was visited and documented for the purpose of preserving the integrity of the evidence, to establish the sequence of events, and identify any indicators of misconduct. Number 2, blood samples were collected from the scene, and blood spatter analysis was also done by our investigating officers. 3, all relevant police documents were collected from Central Police Station. The CCTV DVR was seized and forwarded for forensic analysis. Statements from all the 5 DCI arresting officers were recorded. A letter addressed to Bagathi Hospital requesting information on whether the deceased was treated at the facility was delivered. A reply is expected by 11th of June, that is today. The family of the deceased was contacted. Potential witnesses were also identified. The occurrence book records were obtained from Mawego Police Station. The post-mortem examination was attended, and a copy of the report was obtained. The samples drawn from the deceased body were secured and are pending onward transmission to the government chemist. The statement of one detainee held at Central Police Station was also recorded. The following are the pending tasks, Mr. Speaker: to forward the collected samples from crime scene for analysis, to forward samples collected from the deceased body for analysis, to record a statement of other potential witnesses and family members, to record the statement of the officers from Central Police Station today, and the statements were to start, the recording was to start at 9 a.m. at our offices at the headquarters, collect medical documents from Bagathi Hospital, that is the feedback, and analyze evidence and also to generate a report on the same. The key findings: 1, that the CCTV systems located at OCS office had been interfered with. Number 2, that the post-mortem conducted on 10th June 2025 revealed the cause of death as head injury due to blunt force trauma, neck compression, and multiple subcutaneous bruises all over the body. This, Honorable Speaker, the autopsy report and our preliminary investigation rule out the theory of suicide. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The National Police Service.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This is the National Police Service Commission. As you are aware, Mr. Speaker, we don't have full commission right now, but I'm standing in as the Vice Chair, awaiting the appointment of the rest of the commissioners to join the commission. Chair, Speaker, I don't think at this moment I'll have much to say, but first to pass condolences to the family and the entire country for the unfortunate event. Oh, sorry. My name is Edwin Kiprono Cheluket.
And as I've said, Speaker, we are waiting the rest of the commissioners to join us. Mr. Speaker, I only come in on two issues, disciplinary control in the National Police Service. And the issue of disciplinary control includes actions against police officers who have been convicted of disciplinary offenses, which include such circumstances as has happened today. If the investigations lead to culpability of any officer, it is the responsibility of the National Police Service Commission to take the necessary steps and meet the necessary sentence to that culpable officer. And as you have said, the IG has already confirmed that he has interdicted 4 officers already, which is within his mandate as the Inspector General. When the investigations are over, we will be able to receive that report, and whether it will result, depending on the participation of each of the affected officers, meet the necessary sentence or meet the necessary punishment in terms of whether it is a reprimand, whether it is a warning, whether it's reduction in rank, or whether it is a dismissal. So as for us, we are waiting for the finalization of the investigations by IPOA and the support of the Inspector General and any other body that may give us information on culpability of any police officer. So at this moment, Mr. Speaker, we are waiting, and we hope the entire process will be open and transparent. Once we have all the facts, we will know which sentence to meet which officer, and which officer is supposed to get what kind of sentence. I submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
The DCI.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is to join my colleagues first in really expressing my sincere condolence to the family, the relatives and friends of the deceased, the late Albert Ojwang. It was indeed a very, very unfortunate incident. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, mine is to associate.
State your full names and then you proceed.
Honorable Speaker, my name is Mr. Mohammed Amin, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. And I would like at this juncture, Honorable Speaker, to associate myself fully with the submissions made by the Inspector General before this August House. And again, reiterate the fact that as a Directorate, we are ready and willing to assist the Internal Policy and Oversight Authority in terms of the investigations in whatever way we are requested. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now, Honorable Senators, those are the parties that we had invited for purposes of interacting with them on this matter of the death of the young man. I will now, this is how we're going to move, Honorable Senators. If you take to the floor, you will state to which party you're directing your question to. Then that party will write down your name and the question. After we are done, I will call upon the CS. He'll pick whatever has been directed towards him and respond to it. And thereafter, we will move to the rest of the parties. Senator Eddie Okech.
Mr. Speaker, my questions are two. And actually, Mr. Speaker, if you read my first question in this statement, it was very clear. And I'll repeat it for the purposes of the IG. Now that the CS has said that he has no eyes and he has no ears, The question was the circumstances that led to the death of Mr. Albert Omondi Ojwang, including a detailed account of events surrounding his fatal injury. The DIG has stated that around 23:35, Albert was booked at the Central Police Station. And he has stated that Albert was booked after an assessment had been done that he was in good condition, he was in good mental condition, as well as physical condition. The question I'm asking the IG, who beat Albert to the conditions that he was found the next day in the morning when he was taken to the hospital? What happened at that night is what we want to know. And alongside that, Mr. Speaker, the IG is on record having stated in the media that Albert hit his head on the wall. Who gave him that information? And does he still stand by that information, given what IPOA said of the autopsy report? That is what I want to know. What happened in that night? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Methu. Senator Methu, no speeches.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll be very, very direct to the point, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, having listened to the man who, in my opinion, now carries the man who was supposed to give us the evidence of the chronology of what happened, I am of this opinion, Honorable Speaker. We were told that the complainant is the Deputy Inspector General of Police. I'm of this opinion, Honorable Speaker, that from what the Inspector General of Police has said, it is my opinion that the evidence he has put together is the corrected evidence. And I'll give two examples of why I am of the opinion that the Inspector General wants to just cover his deputy. He says that, Mr. Speaker, he says that the complainant lodged a complaint on the 4th of June. There are 4 officers that he has said who were supposed to go, or rather, who are to take the statement from the Inspector General of Police. May I take you to the 5th of June when he has said 2 letters were made. One, they first received the response from the EACC on the 5th of June. They wrote another letter to the CAK on the 5th of June. On the same day, they received